Good morning, good afternoon, I suppose. Today is Wednesday, April 22nd. It's about 9:25 in the morning. Coming back for this week's latest venture into my online blog, diary, channel, whatever, still yet to be officially named and trademarked and branded, if you will. Um, Got a lot of positive reviews from last week's video. I want to thank you guys very much for those of you that did reach out to me and spoke with me in regards to what you think of the channel and of my video. I had a lot of really good comments in regards to my statement and kind of what I did, and me admitting to a few things and how hard that was for me. And I want to appreciate all you guys' best wishes and shout outs. I do appreciate that. Um, I wanted today to get into, I'm trying to make this a shorter video if I can. A big part of my life now that I've been transitioned to this phase of my life, which is important to really, really grasp and admit where you are in your life. It's important to take some sort of self-inflection and some kind of realization of what your status is, where you are. It's a good chance to really take an inventory of yourself and really figure out what's going on with your life and what you're going through and what you are doing. I think this has been a good experience for me as far as speaking about some things and really, touching base about where I am in this process. Um, so, During this process, I have gone through a lot of trials, tribulations, and struggles, a lot of pain, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of questioning things, questioning otherworldly things, questioning, religious overtones, questioning the meaning of life, a lot of that stuff. You'd be amazed at what happens when you're in a room 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you're staring at walls and ceiling tiles. You'd be really surprised as to what you go through and what you have to do as far as what you think about and how your mind's exposed to things. So several years ago, I started to get back into a hobby. It's good to have hobbies in this world. It's good to really experience joy through crafting things or owning things, ownership, arts, crafts, whatever your hobby is. Collecting items, might happen to be collecting watches, wristwatches. I love watches, as a lot of you know. It's a bit of an unhealthy obsession. I obviously know I don't need as many watches as I have. I know that they're nothing that's a requirement, but they bring me joy. I enjoy the craftsmanship. I enjoy the concept of time. I've always been a good time guy. I enjoy being on time. I enjoy holding the times. I enjoy timeliness. I enjoy a lot of these time features and time things, and so watches have always been a part of something that I enjoy. Well, briefly, in the midst of my watch hobby and my watch collection, I ran into a bunch of groups on Facebook. As you know, social media, the darling of the world, the bane of our existence, basically. Social media is the key to everything these days, it appears. So I ran into something on Facebook, um, to a group that was a spin-off of another group, and they kind of joined together. And that group is really what I've grown to become fiercely associated with and fiercely loyal to. It's a group online, it's a group on Facebook. It's called the 710 Brotherhood. It's the single most difficult thing to explain to people beyond my own condition that I have in my life right now because it doesn't make any sense to a lot of individuals. Long story short, the group's a spinoff of another group on Facebook that was a part of another business venture that I will not name for multiple reasons, mostly because it's not reputable in my opinion. Um, the group was created by a guy named Daniel. Started off as just another group to possibly splinter off into a watch subscription service and just giving, another venture, another group of people that like watches and are like-minded to join together and have another, sociable group, kind of a men's club on Facebook that's turned into a lot more just a men's club. Um, The group itself, it's got about 900 current members. It's gone through many iterations, a lot of members coming and leaving and going for various reasons. A brief synopsis of the group itself is just a bunch of individuals that try to look out for each other as best we can. Ups and downs, drama, lots of peaks and valleys, like any other group of 900 grown men and women. You're going to have a lot of peaks and valleys, but without that group, I don't know if I could have succeeded in my process the way that I have and the way that I still will going forward. I think it's important to belong to things in this world, be it Masonic, Freemason, a brotherhood, a fraternity or sorority, just a group of like-minded individuals, a church, a recovery group, a support addiction group, a support group for health, any number of things. I think it's important to belong to something. I think the team impact of things is really important on society and life beyond just sports. I think it's a good thing to be a part of something. I think when you're a part of something, you become invested into it and you become willing to sacrifice for yourself and others for the betterment of the group itself. And that's really what society is supposed to be. It's you sacrificing to help others, be it in your job, in your workplace, or your personal enjoyment, or just your everyday life. You make little sacrifices beyond stuff that you even realize. Turn signals, turning into a lane, allowing someone else to go forward, jumping you in line at a grocery store because they have one less item. All these things stack up, but that makes you feel better about your day because you've been a good person. So I got sick, as you guys all know, June of 2018. It was a long road, it was a long recovery. The first 5 or 6 months were really bad. Didn't really know what was going on. It was really fuzzy, but there was always this group of guys that always looked out for me. Um, Always there, had a common bond with watches in general. We would post pictures of watches online, trade, buy, and sell watches from each other. I have a watch that I like, I don't use anymore, don't really wear it that much. I've changed my feelings toward this possession. But you like it, you've seen it in the pictures. I like something you have. We each pay for shipping, and we trade watches, and you go on from there. It's an honor system based thing. And when those that break the honor system, well, they get dealt with.